YouTube? It's Hammy. Today I have something a little different. I have a music review of the Bad Boy Records Cleveland rapper gone rockstar, Machine Gun Kelly. Going into this, my hopes were pretty high. I say this because he's shown a buzz in this space in terms of alternative, dating back to with what I saw was his 2015 project Alpha Omega with his song Bad Motherfucker. He then started to sprinkle the influence into the albums that followed, finally reaching the breaking point when he dropped Hotel Diablo. Personally, my favorite MGK album. Just saying. When the features in the album were initially announced, I couldn't help but be excited when the likes of Halsey Trippie Redd, Pete Davidson, Black Bear, and Ian Dior are being plastered all over promotional material. This album, just like every other album I listened to, I had to listen to for about a week before being able to formulate an appropriate opinion. From the first listen, I sat and observed what was being said. The first song, title track, meeting you with the somber sounds of an acoustic guitar, which then turned into what reminded me of an old Blink 182 song with the intense drum sequence. He then went on to paint the picture about how he's a rock star and talks about how people are fake. The beat change is tasteful, but it's definitely not my favorite of the bunch. It makes a pretty punchy statement though. There's many catchy songs that are put into the project, two of which being Kiss Kiss and Drunk Face. Once again, they're great songs, and addiction is a pretty important topic, but the songs do get a bit stale. Next notable song on the project is Bloody Valentine, which is a song that could have easily been packaged into a early 2000s Green Day album. With the execution, easily one of my favorite songs on the entire album is the song with Halsey titled Forget Me Too. This beautiful piece of music is so delightfully put together. Now, some may say Halsey is out of her element, or maybe she doesn't fit the mold. But personally, I feel like she did a great job. Most of the song is them going back and forth. Halsey's range and ability to play off of Kelly is intoxicating. The performance she brings had a heavy ambiance of Evanescence. The song also reminds me heavily of a Red Jumpsuit Apparatus song. The Trippie Redd feature on this is pretty minimalistic. I would have preferred either it be longer or just not there at all. He doesn't really add a whole lot to it. The song intertwined trap beats with guitar riffs pretty well, not gonna lie. But at the end of the day, it was just alright, nothing crazy. The next song on the list is Lonely, which is a pretty personal tribute to Kelly's dad, who had passed sometime this year. You can definitely feel the pain and just the raw emotion within his tone. The song titled World War III, definitely the weakest song on the entire project. The manic, aggressive tone and fast BPMs remind me of Painkiller by Judas Priest. Unfortunately, it was not as memorable as such. There was a quick beat change, which was nice, but the song sitting at 57 seconds just didn't do it for me. The interludes on here, something special. At least the first one. The first one is called Kevin and Barracuda, which is an audio clip of Kelly and Pete Davidson on FaceTime, and they're just having a, normal conversation, and the conversation revolves around them talking about their alien names, and super random, but I liked it because it showed personality, it showed goofiness, it showed just levels to character. The second leg of the project isn't as heavy hitting as the first one, but it's filled with titillating hooks and luscious melodies. But that's really about it. The features don't really add a whole lot to it. They don't add a whole lot of value. They don't add a whole lot to like the overarching picture. But let me tell you, my ex's best friend. Woo! My ex's best friend. By far my favorite song on the entire album. By far. Blackbear and Kelly play off one another so nicely, so meticulous, so calculated, so right. It comes off more as a pop hit rather than the alternative lens that the rest of the album is in, but still a great song nonetheless. I see Blackbear as a Post Malone of sorts, and he just makes the song. The video is also super simple, but it's very much out there, super random, and has literally nothing to do with what's being said in the song. Still an enjoyable experience to watch. I give it brownie points for that one. I wasn't really feeling this song at first, but after listening to it as many times as I did, it's a wonderful piece. The last track on the album, which is titled Please Play This When I'm Gone, is a super intimate piece, which I thought was a nice touch to kind of put a bow on the album as like a goodbye, like a thank you. First few listens, the way the somber ukulele riffs are present reminded me of Up Up and Away by Juice WRLD. I found it a delight to listen to, but after listening to it as many times as I did, it was kind of meh. Like, obviously there's value to it, but there's nothing really more to the song other than that, he loves this girl, and essentially what the song is called, Play This When I'm Gone. Talking about like traveling and doing all these things that they talked about doing, but her do it by herself. It's just leaves me questioning just the sheer, what's the point? Like, sure, it's devoted to his girlfriend and everything, but is it supposed to be like a post-harmonious piece, or what? As a whole, the album wasn't awful. Initially, I thought this was the best shit ever, but as time went on, I became more and more aware of the little nuances and shortcomings. The production and the mixing on this, top notch. I thoroughly enjoyed it. The features were a little lackluster, and I wish they were longer, to be honest, but that's okay. With MGK, the features are always hit or miss, and like I stated, the two features that really stood out, the Halsey and the Blackbear feature, definitely. I have faith there's a lot of potential for Coulson. I'm eager to see what the future holds for him. With that being said, I give it a good 6. Kudos for trying something new. It's a great cruising song. It also has a few bangers in it. I suggest giving it a listen if you haven't already. That's new for this video. Thanks for watching. If you want, you can like, comment, subscribe. And I hope you have a wonderful night, day, evening, or morning whenever you're watching this. soon.